teammates like just going back and forth, high five. This is what I'm saying, you know, like he's still so chill about it. Like we lost game 1, no problem. We still can come back. We still got 2 games to go here. But this time, ONIC ESPORTS going to ban out the Selena. I think definitely this shows that they're not going to be picking the Selena for themselves. And of course, they do not want to give the option for EVOS Legends. EVOS Legends still very. Let's be honest, on the Indonesian region, Kaja always top priority ban for the side of the Indonesian, and followed by Ling. I mean, let's be honest. We both always said during the first week of the group stage, we always say ban the Ling. The Ling is such a threat, and now finally, honestly, is what just realized like even if the Ling is out, we may not be able to deal with it. So just for safe precaution, we're going to be banning out, and EVOS is going to go for the final ban, and that's going to be the Claude.
I'm liking this way better than what we see in the game number 1. So ONIC ESPORTS now has the law priority. I think Uranus is going to be a very safe pick. They should go for it, or they should go for Esmeralda right here. Or even the Selena. Well, Selena is definitely one thing that they can consider, but Esmeralda is too hard to pass on, as EVOS ESPORTS now will still have all these sort of things in the mixed bag. And it's going to be both Uranus as well as Thames. Greedy, not greedy, it's up for you guys to discuss about, you know, this sort of pick coming from EVOS Legends.
I think it's going to be really great for them because right now Alice is in the pool here. Since Alice was not picked on the side of EVOS Legends, ONIC ESPORTS is going to capitalize that. And now the real question is, what are they going to do to pair up with the Alice? They already have the Esmeralda, quite the amount of damage, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to go pure damage here for this Esmeralda and the Loy. That's perfect.
Oh, I love this combo.
This is the best combo.
This is
you cannot ask for a better one.
Yeah, this is the double mage wombo combo for all these team fights that we're talking about, and it can only get better from here. So Valier is definitely required for them to just push things aside and of course reset some fights, try to actually gain the advantage slowly but surely. And EVOS Legends now need to actually think, what do they need next coming in towards phase number 2?
Now the thing is this, right? They already know, they already say, all right, 2 engagers, 1 mage support. EVOS Legends, do they want to try to remove any other priorities picks here when it comes to the hyper carries, or do they just want to remove any other initiators here at this point? Well, it looks like they're going to go for the hyper carry bans here. That's going to Bruno, which is definitely smart. We have seen from time to time, Bruno, very flexible, very straight into the game, especially in the early game. This just makes it very versatile.
There's still another pick that CW can go for if they really needed a marksman, and that is the pick that is pretty much feared for, which is the Granger. We saw some great Death Sonatas coming in from their enemies, Charlie Boy, who definitely pull off some great plays, but I think the Lancelot ban is very much sensible because this is one threat that can dive all the way to the back, and he's pretty much way too strong in the early game. But even more line of defense coming in from the side of EVOS ESPORTS. What are your thoughts on this?
That's a lot of walls to go to. That's my first thought. There's a lot of tanks to go to, a lot of meat to break through. And even if they did break through, they had to face that Valier. Now the real question on the side of ONIC ESPORTS, do they want a guy that's able to go towards that back line? I'm thinking Jawhead is going to be really great at this point. Really great if engaging for the silent, going for the flank. Or do they just want to add another tanker to the front line? Because Cho is still in the option here.
Yeah, Cho definitely is a great pick because they really want to go in for some pickoffs there. And I told you about the Granger. Expected it to come towards the hands of ONIC ESPORTS. This is going to be a little bit harder for the side of EVOS because they need to match the damage. They only got, you know, some DPS here and there. Slight little burst coming in from the side of Valier, and I don't expect the Valier to go 1v1 against the Granger anyways. So they need to think about something here. Hayabusa,
Gushin is still in the pool, but Hayabusa?
Hayabusa sounds like a very good deal that they should not pass on. So they should actually lead it in towards this. So we're seeing a little bit of switches coming across, and one will be on the Hayabusa.
Honestly, they don't really like. On the side of EVOS Legend, I feel like they didn't really have any more other choice because all the top tier marksmen has currently been banned now or even picked at this point. Even though they could try to go for the Popo Koopa, but definitely, let's be honest, not advisable for sure. Not advisable. Popo Koopa, as a pure marksman, might be a little bit difficult to scale forward. So they're going to go with the Hayabusa and try to see if they can force any fights on those side lanes and allow Hayabusa to give enough space for him to split from and try to get any of those solo kills, which he's so good at getting.
Now we're about to witness whether or not can EVOS Legends still climb back towards their solid form whoever wins this will eventually get their chance against Blue Mist Gold. So ONIC Esports need 2 games while EVOS Legends hoping to take this one home and eventually meet up with the MPL champion of Myanmar, Burmese Goals.
Yeah, but honestly, let's be honest. Beautiful, once again, beautiful cinematic. Thanks to our production of The Land of the Dawn. I'm so curious. Is CW and Rossi actually just twin brothers? Because I feel they just look 100% identical at this point.
I have no clue at all, but I guess after the quarantine, everyone looks a little bit different. But nothing too much of a big deal, as we're looking at CW right now. Clearing off the wave, no commotion for the side of ONIC.
Oh, man.
While Zaze is helping one get this one in hand, so he's going to be pretty much all right, but he's cool for plays. Need to be on point. Rexy just guarding by the corners of the bushes. He will be able to actually zone things away. Sasa as well, Rek will have a little bit of a long, drawn-out fight right down below. No, you can't kill each other. And Rossi hoping to actually snatch that one away, but that will still be in the hands of members of EVOS Legends. Oh, that burst though, a little bit too much coming in on towards Rossi.
You know, that's a scary thing, right? Once you land a single skill, that just makes it so much easier for Rexy to actually just go and commit full combos here. But on the other side, on the top side, we are going to be seeing first blood coming for the side here of anti-mage here. That's going to be giving him not just a boost in EXP.
They actually take out each other. That is a very weird situation. So I'm guessing it's a little bit of a dive, but of course we are looking at the buff going over the hands of one, as Sasa goes in for a chase as well. Now Rexy is being left out all alone, and that will be Henrik coming in the back. So he's coming forward as well.
Sasa?
They don't really have all too much in the back, as we are looking at ONIC Esports securing one up.
This is pretty much what happens when you just slowly forget that Drian was actually playing the low E. Like, okay, not just Drian, like anyone in particular, you just forget of the presence of the low E, you're going to be actually burst down without you realizing as well. Because let's be honest, the dispersion can actually be stacked up all the way to 4 times. So that's going to be quite a significant amount of damage. And on top of the rotation, that's going to be quite crazy as well. But Zaze finds Rasi into the burst. He's going to be doing a couple of damage. Rasi, no choice, had to use Perfect Match to back up, but walks all the way back into the size of Rexy. That allows Rexy to even apply even more damage. That's going to be forcing Rasi to back off even further.
Yeah, of course, they have to actually respect some territory, as we saw the Death Sonata has already been popped up coming in from the side of CW. Animation now slowly showing the wave, trying to actually open up some of all these spots for CW to come in. So, as for the mid lane, big burst coming across, as we are looking at a little bit of that commotion over the top side here. 1v2, and he gets it all in the bag. This Tamus is on fire.
That'd be for sure. And the thing is this, like, he actually, Anti-Mage had to dive under the tower once again to pull off the weight of the dragon, to force it to get out of the tower range. Well, what happens actually allows him to actually get hit by a couple of damage. But CW finds Zaze. Zaze forced to use the flicker to get out of that situation with the bouncing ball. They will have to probably give up this buff for themselves here, as they will take the Little Wonder instead. Turtle is up for the taking for the side here, but Rek has to be careful, because Sasa is definitely giving so much information to the team here that he is here and not alone.
Let's just see what ONIC can do from this point onwards. Things are pretty much even up, while Rasi could easily just walk away from that one. A couple of blades being sharpened up, as we are looking at one scaling level 6. CW matching the numbers at the same time, while EVOS Esports looking for that survey takedown. OG Shadow Kill already being let loose, as we are looking at Anti-Mage backing away. Rossi trying to actually shove off Zaze. They don't have the wave. They almost secured the first heart of the game.
But I guess this is fine as well. Like, although, yes, sure, you're going to be applying a little bit more pressure on Anti-Mage, which is definitely correct. You really want to try to stop him from scaling a little bit too much. And it just gives a little bit more space for Pendragon to speed up and farm, and also give a little bit more of a breather. But you really need to keep in touch towards the bottom lane as well, because we already see that CW is still going on top of that Uranus, forcing Rek to go back, and he's still getting quite the amount of farm for himself.
Agreed. And now over on the corners of Rexy, just gatekeeping on towards this turtle here, which is untouched by any of these members of ONIC at all. Same goes to EVOS Legends. They have different priority. What's going on the top side is rather interesting, as that Cho has been fighting for quite some time. Kufra is going to be hopping over. Rex going to be absolutely fine, but over the top side, it will be a kill over on towards Anti-Mage that you mentioned early on. Rossi now flickers away, does not have much resources left to actually hang on.
Still, everyone going to be playing with the time. So Atlas, total picks in game.
Wow.
38 picks out of the 52 game. That's insane amount. By the way, one going to be using the quad shadow just to do a little bit of harass. We'll throw a shadow shuriken just for a couple of good matches. Like, hey man, I'm here. Don't find me. But Rossi gotta be careful. Rossi doesn't really have the fatal links either, but they will be able to find Zaze with the perfect match. Zaze forced to use the flicker and will try to get out of the safety as well. But let's be honest, things are not looking really great for EVOS Legends because things are not looking great for ONIC ESPORTS because EVOS Legends just constantly trying to get control, even though it's very subtle, but they are surely
control here. One's gonna be hopping right in. They spot out and baited the rest of the members of ONIC ESPORTS. Lucky enough, his fingers were quick enough, but Rexy though does not really have all too much. Rex could have actually regen himself, no problem whatsoever.
Oh boy, dragon.
Too many of all these members. Pendragon's going to be able to survive. But Kufra, Zaze, no, great catch, but there's not going to be much coming out of all these members of ONIC ESPORTS.
Beautiful timing coming from the Purifier of Drion as well. Like literally, that Purifier just literally saved his life. And let's be honest, if one was actually in position, that's going to be the end for Drion because Drion was exceptionally low. Sasa going to be trying to see if he can try to make a play or at least try to force them back away from that middle tower because once that middle tower goes down, then a little bit more space and control will fall towards the side of EVOS Legends. But Kufra, 53% win rate out of the 32 games.
Pretty decent. Judging from how many games that has been played out. Anti-Mage will be taken out. No questions asked as we see one. We're taking a little turret hit, but that will be ONIC ESPORTS now fighting for this turtle here. Rexy being forced to actually flicker away. This is going to be Zaze getting caught out. And ONIC ESPORTS will be able to actually get one kill. It's a 1-for-1 trade-off because Anti-Mage, of course, got kicked out over the top side.
Despite although it was a really great start for them to slowly come back into this game as well, they still need to try to figure out, they need to try to prioritize a little bit more control to get for themselves because the minute EVOS Legends starts getting their item time, is getting a little bit more better and getting a little bit more their levels as well, then they're going to start stomping all over ONIC ESPORTS if they're not really careful in the next team fight. The next team fight is going to be the most crucial one.
I would definitely agree with that. And now Hayabusa slowly praying over on the side of Sasa. Sasa senses something's being wrong. And now here comes a little bit of that tussle going over the side of Rex. A couple of shadows have already been taken out. But Rex being fatal links in towards the tower. A couple of sonatas. That will be it. And that will be eventually get a little bit of lead coming from the side of ONIC ESPORTS. CW now tries to actually hold on towards the corner where Zaze could not enter at all.
Queen's Queen is going to be popped off from Pendragon, and of course, endless battle for one as well. That's going to be pretty huge. She's going to be doing a little bit more damage than usual. But now the thing is, it's a really great reminder for that. Rossi finds Rexy through as he was trying to use perfect match. Going to be combining a little bit more skills and will get it with the assist coming from the side. Will dive into the mix here with the Rondo. Falls out with the Tyrant Raid. Marcelli going to be popping the Purifier, but it's not going to be enough as too much damage is going to be popped off as Pendragon finds the one he was looking for. Rossi goes back into the mix again. Flicks it with a 4-3-man fatal link into the Lorien dispersion and rotation. So much damage, so much nuke. So what if Chewa or CW were to go down? There's still so much magic AoE damage coming from the side of ONIC ESPORTS. And this was the fight they were looking for, the control. They broke the mid tower. Now they can slowly be a little bit more aggressive in towards these jungles.
And of course, after that real big fight, ONIC ESPORTS finally get everything all back together. ONIC now having Anti-Mage shoving it into the top side here. Doesn't matter if they got one man or two men, they will do the job eventually. Gets this one in the back and slowly Shinpo, Jake Kendo away, whatever you like. Doesn't really matter. And of course, the Lord's gonna be coming up online, so EVOS Legends really got to be absolutely careful on their approach. What's the next step? They really gotta think twice because now, in terms of items, of course, they don't have all the best weaponry, but they eventually need to find at least a solid pick. Over the bot side, something's going to be happening real soon. Doesn't matter what happens up top here because Anti-Mage eventually will get caught up with that Tyrant's Rage.
Man, now that's what I call walking into the wrong neighborhood for sure. He literally walks into the wrong place to instantly get caught up by one. Same goes for him. He tried to fall back, but he used a quad shadow, trying to dive in to see if he can dish out a little bit more damage, but they spot him out. Shadow Shuriken just to slow it down for a little bit, but Perfect Max will connect max range as well. That's going to be allowing Sasa to get a kill for himself. But Pendragon, definitely this time it is his turn to be entering the wrong neighborhood. Pops the ultimate to try to see if he can sustain it for long enough. But Sasa, this is the Esmeralda we're talking about here. Using the Falling Star, Death Sonata going to be popping up. Zaze right into the mix of the rotation, gets slowed down with the CC, allowing Sasa to get the third kill for himself in this game.
CW now just crashing right through. And of course, we can see that Zaze were really prepared to actually get a couple of picks there. But ONIC Esports is ready to actually counter that as well. Even though there was a couple of all these blows over on the side of Pendragon, it was a little bit too hard for him to handle, and eventually there's really to actually catch things out. And yeah, that's going to be an easy catch again for the side of ONIC Esports. 13-7 is now what we're looking at here, as we are seeing a 1-3-1 formation being pulled out. Rek will eventually clear off the wave, while there will be the Kufa right here, still landing a little bit of that threat inside.
Literally, so many turns going to be going down, but on the middle lane, we see Cho, anti-mage, popping in because he's going flat damage here. Instantly removes Rexy from play, looking for a little bit more. You're going to be coming to the Falling Star mode, but at the same time, will also force Zaze to back up with the flicker and commit the bouncing ball.
Of course, ONIC Esports now looking for that Lord. This is the perfect opportunity for them to actually secure it really quickly. Look at the damage that is being dealt. This Lord does not really seem like it's the boss of this place. And yep, Zaze was just going to be really far away. Well, it doesn't really matter right now, as we are looking at ONIC Esports, of course, trying to actually cut across the map, get all these buffs in hand, and eventually wait for Lord, balance things out, and looks to close out against EVOS Legends.
And the thing is, finally, Rek has already obtained his Ring of Duran. That's going to allow him to deal with a little bit of the shielding that's going to be gained from the Esmeralda. But still, everyone's going to be playing at the time, trying to look for a couple of fights. And the thing is, EVOS Legends is just trying to find a situation where they have to try to get a top onto the mix here. Rasi finds Rek. Rek, no choice, had to pop the consecration, and will try to force into the mix here.
And of course, here comes Rek, now trying to actually get themselves in towards a better position, just hoping to actually pull this buff away from the side of ONIC Esports. Now, Rek's just going to be falling back. There's no point to actually hold on to his buff, because there's even more dangers to look up ahead. They are sending Tamas to actually clear off the wave, while ONIC Esports will be slowly but surely escorting that Lord over to the bottom side. Every single wave now shoved right in. It's time for them to actually go in for a full commitment. There comes Zaze, trying to actually pop in that middle links, and Shrek will be able to actually get himself caught out. And Wader Dragon will be actually connecting from the back as well, and it will be one more matter for the side of ONIC Esports to actually get this in. But Lord is now demolished, and members of EVOS Esports are still fending on strong.
Still they're gonna be a little bit careful, so they need to back off too, because they have no creeps currently pushing towards this middle lane. They have to try to figure out how they're gonna be re-engaging into the mix here, because right now Zaze is gonna be popping out. They're gonna be going back in. Alice is on the way. Razi is on the way. He has his fatal lanes to pull off another amazing combo. Razi has been really nailing all his combinations by far.
And exactly with that being said, ONIC Esports right now is just trying to actually put in a lot of pressure towards the side of Rek as well. This is not going to be doing anything well for him if he just goes in for commitment. Rossi with another fatal lanes will be able to actually catch one out. Make one blow coming in from the side of CW. Get that kill for Sasa as well, CW, and now they are looking to demolish the mid side as well. ONIC Esports was looking to tie the knots and looking for that equalizer here. Can EVOS defend this?
Sasa still pushing it. Just look at the amount of shield that's actually gaining from this push. Still forcing even one back. One that has the damage, but not going to be enough to deal with. But the way of the dragon, going to be forcing it back. Instantly going to be the end of Pendragon. Rex is going to be coming on in exactly 30 seconds, but I don't think that's going to be fast enough. Rex has to try to hold this as long as possible with the side one, but there's just so much damage. They just need to focus the crystal, but they want to look for a couple of kills just to seal the deal. There goes Uranus. There goes one. Throne is open. No crease on the other hand. They still have one siege tank. They just have to hit the crystal and they will get it.
This is it. ONIC Esports now going for the equalizer, and we are seeing a game tree between both